baseball fans, and welcome. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Cleveland Guardians. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaman. And as we get set for Game 5, Chris, it seems like this series could still have a few twists and turns in it.
Well, being down 3-1, calling it a do-or-die game is no exaggeration, but these situations tell us a lot about a team's character, and for some teams, it brings out their absolute best, but for others, it kind of proved to be an overwhelming scenario to face, and so we'll see how they show up here today.
And we'll also get to see what kind of killer instinct they have on the other side. Some teams can get a little too relaxed when they're so comfortably in the driver's seat. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Ready to go now and getting the start, Aaron Civale.
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of him.
Okay, all set to go. Now it's the DH, Adam Frazier. The 1-1. That's down and in.
2 balls, 1 strike, to count.
The wind and the pitch. Good eye right there.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. The wind of the pitch. Fly ball down the right field line. If it's there, it's gone, and that is gone. He flexes his power with that swing, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Dom Stevenson next up for the Braves. Next pitch is outside.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Next offering misses, and now 3-1.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Number 4 getting ready to hit.
Number 4.
Here's a 1-1. Just missed. Stevenson aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a liner foul off to the right.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road. Stakes are high. Energy in the ballpark. And you help to quiet that down a little bit.
The pitch. 3-2 now.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something It's been part of his career since day one.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. So now 1-2. Ronald Acuna Jr., a guy who burst on the scene in 2018. He was only 20 years old, and he is one of the great talents in baseball right now. 1-2 now on Acuna. Good eye right there. No outs, runners at first and second. This one in the dirt. So on the wild pitch, two guys advance. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
He knew he had a little wiggle room with the open base, but now that disappears. Mistake to this next batter, and this inning might really break open.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. And here it comes. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Austin Riley. Back to work, 3-2 now. Stays alive.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Rolled to short, could be 2. To second, there's 1, and that's 2. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. It's an early 1-0 lead.
But my mojo right, and my motor right, so I roll it.
We go to the bottom of the first, and towing the slab, number 69.
He touched the 9th inning his last time out. Really wanted the complete game. Didn't get it, but he did get the W. They'd love to see him pitch deep into this one again.
Bottom of the first. So in now for Cleveland, number 50. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Good contact guy, good defender. One down, base is empty. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Puts it away for the out.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 15.
And up next for Cleveland, number 15. This guy's kind of a unicorn in today's game of baseball. It seems like we're seeing fewer and fewer switch hitters, and he is elite regardless of the side of the plate he's hitting from. That one in for a strike, 2-2.
Well, in this day of analytics, you have to be really good, and you've got to be consistent as well. Otherwise, you're going to be out of the lineup because of the matchup. But, yeah, it's amazing what he can do from both sides of the plate.
Kicks and fires. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Stays alive. Kicks and deals. And that's down and away. And now the lefty, the punch out there, and good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. The Guardians go down in order. They trail here 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. So now the plate for Atlanta. Here is Ozzie Albies up to. We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, Trevor Stephan. It's his job to keep his team in the game.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and we need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
And welcome back. Top of the sixth inning. Now in for the Braves, number 22. Next offering is down low.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Right-hander kicks, deals.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that's the first out. And next for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. 1 for 2. All right, Siggy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. And he chases that one. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Chases in the dirt, slider there. And it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. 6, 7, 8, 2 in the bottom of the sixth. It's the Braves 4 and the Guardians 2. Back now at Progressive Field. The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Trying to bunt his way on. And he picks it up in foul territory. The pitch. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And there's a foul ball. Just a weak fly ball this time. And that will fall. And aboard on the leadoff single.
No, he didn't get much of that one, but it's going to look like a line drive to the box score tomorrow. Pitch was away, so he definitely pulled off it there. Not what you want to do with the pitch in that location, really, but he was able to guide it into the outfield for the knock. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Now, this guy's definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Next to Cleveland, the right fielder, Oscar Mercado.
Now it's Oscar Mercado. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Polanco over at first with one away.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Andres Giménez.
Here's Andres Giménez. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Here comes the pitch. Got him. And that is that. Guardians lead one. Still down by a count of 4-2. So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Rob Kramer. And he'll do his best to keep this close. New inning getting started. So here's the Braves designated hitter, Adam Frazier.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Inside, just missed. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it surprised a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And a payoff pitch. Swing and a ball popped up, and no one could get to it. It's a foul ball. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Got a great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow he found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
And the pitch. On the ground, right side. That's a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
The batter,
Number 4, next up for the Braves. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. Because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. Frazier headed for the plate. He will score, and they lead by 3. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Acuna now. And a count 1-2. Liner, base hit. One run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play. It's 7-2.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
The Guardians going with a new pitcher, Nick Sandlin. He comes in with his team trailing by a bunch, so they're trying to keep it where it is. And now Matt Olson for the 4th time tonight. Move to first. Acuna dives back in. Back over to first, and they're keeping him close. Runner at first with no outs here. Next offering is in for a strike. On the ground to second, might be 2. Odor throw to first, and Olson is set down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Austin Riley next up for the Braves. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
The 2-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Acuna leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Number 22 will hit next. At the belt and fires. And 1-2.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting, because of tendencies, a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
And a ball evens the count. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And fouled off. That misses the zone, and the count is filled up. Right-handed reliever. On the ground, could be 2. There's 1, and that's 2. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Braves 7 and the Guardians 2. Back here at the ballpark, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, number 50. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Hard hit, right side. Albies over to first in time. One up, one down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Rosario.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Ahmed Rosario. And a 1-1.
Oh, that's good.
That one ripped. And Acuna able to make the grab. 2 down. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches.
Now batting, number 15.
Stepping in, number 15. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. The 1-1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
He's got it, and that is out number 3. Guardians fail to score. They're down 5. It's 7-2. New arm out of the bullpen, James Karinchak. Big deficit here, but he's still got a job to do. Ozzie Albies up to the plate.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
Kenley Jansen into the game, and he's got a nice lead to work with. Welcome back. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Ground ball right side. Over to first. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
Now batting, right fielder, Oscar Mercado.
Oscar Mercado now at the plate. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So now 3-2 stays alive.
He's so solid. Calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Next pitch is popped up. Stevenson should have this one. Drops into the glove. 2 down.
Well, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics. Instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
So 2 down now, and here is Andres Jimenez. Two-one pitch is in there, and the count is even.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Down to their final strike. This one popped up. And that'll do it. The Atlanta Braves are back on top. They've won the World Series.
Congratulations to the World Series champions. Incredibly special team. So proud of these guys. I know the fans back in their hometown. Everybody going nuts right now. It's going to be such an amazing reception when these guys return home.
welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. For Chris Singleton and our outstanding crew, I'm John Sciambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 10 runs on 14 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. For Cleveland, 2 runs, 6 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 24 minutes. Tonight's paid attention at Progressive Field.